Welcome everybody, day 17, shining through the storm. When I think about what shines through the storms in my life, I think about the sun. And in yoga, the sun is symbolic of the self, the light of the self. So today we're going to focus on some Surya Namaskar, which is a little bit of a flow. And Surya in Sanskrit means sun. So inhale, let's open up our hands and bring our hands in front of our heart. And we'll open with one Om. Take a deep inhale. And softly bowing the head towards the heart, bringing your awareness to the center of your chest, envisioning a brilliant sun shining from inside out. Now let's open up our eyes. So throughout the practice, if you like, practice your Ujjayi breath. That helps to connect you to your stillness, to your strength, and it's also very calming for the mind and the body. So, also if you have a block, you can have a block on hand to the side. So let's come onto all fours. Root the hands into the earth, a little in front of the shoulders to relieve any pressure on the wrists, knees underneath the hips, curl toes under, and let's do a couple of rounds with cat and cow using your Ujjayi breath. Connecting with the inhale and dropping the belly. Exhaling, pulling the belly in, pull chin to the chest. Inhale, shining the heart. Exhaling, pressing hands into the earth. So continue in your own flow, initiating with the breath and the body following. Finishing with your last round, we'll come onto all fours. We're going to stay on all fours. And to connect with our core, we're going to do some core strengthening postures. You're going to press the hands into the earth and lift the knees up as such. So strengthening for our core and the lower belly, which is wonderful for posture and a healthy spine. And release. And let's do that again. Press hands into the earth. Inhale, lift the knees. Feel that engagement in your core here. And let's release. So we're going to bring our hips back to the heels. Walk fingertips forward like spider fingers, lifting the chin. Now press the palms into the earth. Push your hands forward on the mat. And this can help engage with the lower belly. Still lifting chin, lift the shoulders up with an inhale. And now exhale, drop the nose and the forehead to the earth. Letting the hips pull back as the hands press into the mat to create a nice extension in the spine, opening in the hips. Soften in the back body as you soften into the mat. And now release everything into the mat. Let everything soften. As you arrive to your practice, we'll stay here for a couple of breaths. Stay here for a couple more breaths. Arriving, becoming present to the breath, to the heart. Using your Ujjayi breath. A poem by Rumi. This is how you must dissolve into love. as pieces of cloud dissolve into sunlight. So as we move through our practice today and the thought clouds come up, bring your awareness to the breath. Use the Ujjayi breath to connect to that space, the sun shining from inside out in your heart. And as you exhale, you breathe out the clouds, breathe out the thoughts, becoming more and more present to that inner light, the inner sun within. Inhale, press hands into the earth and come into all fours. Claw the earth, press the hands into the earth. Draw the knees back a little bit, a little past the hips. We're going to do a longer version of a downward facing dog, which creates more extension in the spine. Inhale, lift the hips up. Remember, claw the earth, shoulders up by the ears with an inhale, and exhale, shift back with the hips, head comes in between the arms. High up on the toes, but knees are bent, creating that dip in the lower back. And now let's pedal our feet one at a time down, calling walking our dog. And we're going to come into a couple of downward facing dogs in practice today. And if downward facing dog is not for you today, you can come into the tabletop or hands and knees every time we do. And if at any point during the practice today, if you need to take a child pose, please do that. Remember, this practice, yoga, is for you. It's not to you. So practice being here for you and doing the best you can for yourself. So inhale, and let's walk our hands towards the front of our mat. Feet are about hip width apart. Take your hands to your hips. Inhale, roll shoulders up and back as you press feet into the earth. Hands up overhead and bring them in front of your heart into Anjali Mudra. So look down at your toes, lift the toes, spread the toes, root all four corners of the feet into the earth. Now dropping the tailbone, down and in. Counterbalance that with pulling the belly in, lifting the chest. Inhale, arms up overhead, and we're going to flow through some Surya Namaskar. And there's different variations, so it might be, I'm going to change it up a little bit. Inhale, bow forward. Take your hands to your shins, and now lengthen through your spine. Inhale, exhale, take your hands into the earth and take your right foot back and take your knee to the earth. Lengthen through your spine here in a forward lunge. Inhale, exhale. We're going to take the left foot back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank or to your knees. And then we'll take chin and chest to the earth and come up for a cobra. Hug elbows to the side body, tops of the feet press into the earth. Draw tailbone down and lengthen through your spine. Inhale, exhale, a downward facing dog here. Take the right knee forward, your foot forward in between the hands, drop the back knee. And we'll bring the arms up overhead this time. Root the knee and the foot into the earth as you expand up. Bring hands to the earth, left foot forward. Inhale, swoop the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart, connecting to your breath. Ujjayi breath is wonderful through when we're doing Surya Namaskar, bringing ourselves back to our awareness of the breath, bringing ourselves back to the awareness of that sun shining from inside out as we expand the arms up overhead. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hands to the earth and bring the right foot back. Drop the back knee. You can keep hands on the earth or bring the arms up overhead. And let's bring the hands back down, downward facing dog. And let's come to knees or to plank. Lower down to the earth. This time we're going to bring our hands behind us, interlace the fingers, draw elbows on the back body, tops of the feet press into the earth as we lengthen through the spine to the crown of the head. Tuck the tailbone and then lengthen through the spine. And release, hands to the earth. Push up to a downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, bring the right foot forward. Drop the back knee. You can keep the hands on the earth or inhale the arms up and shine out from the heart, out like the sun. Hands to the earth, left foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Hands in front of the heart. Connect to your breath. Connect to your stillness. Ujjayi breath. When the thought clouds come in, connect to the sun. Connect to allow the breath to draw you inside. Connecting to that light inside, shining out like the sun. Burning through the clouds. Inhale, arms up overhead. Let's bow forward. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Hands back and bring your right foot back. Drop the back knee. Hands to the earth or inhale, arms up overhead. Bring the hands back down. Left foot back, you come to a plank or come to all fours, and now we'll lower down to the earth. And this time we'll come to a cobra, shoulders up and back, tops of the feet press into the earth. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. If you need to come to a child pose at any point, remember please do so. Inhale, right foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee. Keep hands on the earth. Or inhale, root your knee and the foot into the earth and rise up with the hands. Take the hands to the floor. Left foot forward. Sit back into your seat and rise up. Hands in front of the heart. Taking a breath here. Connecting to Ujjayi. Connect to the sunshine within. Beautiful. So our bodies are more warmed up here. So we're going to come standing. We're going to stand in the middle of the mat we're going to take a block here. So you have a block or a thick book. And we're going to practice hugging to the midline. I know that some of you get what I say when I say that, and some of you it might be new. So I just wanted to practice this with you. So you're going to hug your block or your book. You want it kind of thick, or you can use a thick blanket. If you don't have anything, that's okay. Just imagine that you do. Take hands to the hips. You're going to bend the knees, stick the hips out. As you hug the block, this is hugging to the midline. And now I want you to take your tailbone, curl it down and in. As you do that, you find your navel, your lower belly lifts. So keep that action. We're stabilizing our lower back here. And now press the feet into the earth, maintaining this hugging to the midline. Now press the feet into the earth as you hug to the midline. Press feet into the earth. Feel that connection as you root. And now draw the energy from the earth up through the legs. Imagine you're drawing everything up into your core. A lightness happens. And then inhale, let's open up our arms overhead. And bring our hands in front of our hearts. Inhale, arms up overhead. Keeping rooted here, hugging to the midline. Inhale up. Clasp the hands together if possible. Hug the arm bones to the ears. Root feet into the earth. And then inhale, lengthen from the heart up through the fingertips and over to the right side. So the block helps to feel this integration in the whole body and to create more length in the spine as we root into the earth. You've heard that saying, root to rise. So we're rooting and rising. Inhale up and exhale over to the other side. Using the Ujjayi breath to connect. And come up. And let's release the hands. So I'm going to take the hands back to the hips. And we're going to use the block to stick the hips out again. We're going to come into Utkatasana, a chair posture. And you can see how the block helps to maintain this connection. And as you stick the hips out, usually, the belly comes falling forward. So now draw the tailbone down a little bit and connect to the core. Connect to your lower belly here, pulling the lower belly in. Taking the hands behind the head, press the head into your hands and inhale, open up in the chest. Pull the elbows back and keeping the openness in your chest, extend the arms up by the ears. Hug the block, sit back into your seat. Connect here for a breath. Inhale, press feet into the earth and rise up. Hands in front of the heart. So let's place the block down. So I'll refer to hugging to the midline in some postures. So I just wanted to review that. So let's come to the middle of our seat, our mat. Root feet into the earth. Imagine you have that imaginary block. Hug to the midline. Draw tailbone down. Pull the belly in. Shift the weight to this left leg. Make it nice and strong. Take the right foot and we're going to bring the foot in for Vrikshasana, tree posture. So you can have it either above the knee or below the knee, not on the knee. Now hug to the midline like you did with the block. Draw tailbone down and inhale, lift through the heart. Take your hands in front of your heart. Connect to your breath. Use the Ujjayi breath to connect to your stillness. If you fall out, come back in. If you want to use a wall or a chair, you're welcome to do that. And let's come down. Bring hands in front of the heart. Close your eyes for a moment, connecting. Allowing the breath to take you deep inside and shine out from the heart. Hands to the hips and we'll do the other side. Hug to the midline. Imagine you have that imaginary block. Keep this right hip pulled in as you take the left foot, either on top or below the knee. So re-engage again as you hug the foot into the thigh. Imagine that foot is the block. As you hug, draw the belly in, toning. Bring your hands in front of your heart, connecting. Connecting to your breath. And the bottom foot roots into the earth as you lengthen up. And let's release to the earth. Let's shake everything out here. Let's take the feet apart. Feet are parallel with each other. Hands to the hips. Root the feet into the earth. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, let's bow forward. Take the hands to the earth. Bend the knees. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. And then exhale, bowing forward. Maybe the top of the head comes to the floor. Now press the heels into the earth, trying to straighten the legs the best you can. Inhale, press hands into the earth and lengthen up. Heel toes the feet together. Bend knees, hands to the hips, rise up. Bring hands in front of the heart.